I want to talk about pressurization, engaging our abs, not just the ab muscles, engaging a whole middle of our trunk here in a way that greatly increases stability. And we're going to use this technique for all kinds of stuff, for heavy lifting, for bracing. Sometimes if you're in pain with normal daily movements, you're going to use this technique just to manage your middle for enough stability to get out of a chair or stand up, sit down, move around without pain. People that are really lit up sometimes need to use this technique to even turn corners while they're walking. But let's come back to what we're talking about here. It's useful to put a finger on your rib cage on the bottom and one on the top of your pelvis, and then take a couple of big deep breaths. And feel as you inhale, you are filling your lungs, filling your rib cage, and you're opening up your chest and hyperextending your back a little bit. Not a lot. We're not trying to arch crazy like. Just feel that movement of your back as you fill and empty your rib cage. Fill and empty your lungs. So now I'll take a breath. Hold that breath. Squeeze your abs. And where we end up here is basically back where you started, right? So if this shape that you're, kind of default shape, I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing up straight, right? When I take that initial big breath and open my abs up a little, then hold my breath and brace. Right, I'm bearing down, I'm squeezing my abs, so I'm back where I started. The difference is that now my abs are tight and I'm starting to create some pressure here in my abdominal cavity. I want to hold that breath. Basically, it's a pneumatic brace here. I'm using the breath that I held as something to push against, to bear down. And we're not done. We need to add another step to this. So again, take a breath, hold that breath, squeeze your abs so that you're right back where you started, and now bear down. Bear down hard. If you're doing it right, it should sound pretty funny. And it should be kind of exhausting. You are, again, creating a pneumatic brace and really creating a ton of muscular tension around the ribs, all the way around the ribs, from between the ribs and the pelvis, all the way around your body. So let's do that one more time. Take a breath, hold your breath, squeeze your abs, and now bear down. And you should feel muscle here fire up for sure, but also muscle all the way around, including back here. It's all tight. The more you bear down, the tighter it gets. So a couple points about this. Notice, for one, we're not exaggerating our shape. When you squeeze your abs, we're not crunching, right? You're not letting your hips roll either way, either forward or back. We're in a neutral position. There was a slight exaggeration on that initial breath, but then back where just a neutral, nice posture here, and bear down. I'm still in that same good posture. So what we've done is really fired up a bunch of muscle around, layers and layers of muscle around your midsection, and create a very stable, essentially you're turning your trunk into a torsion tube here. So now we want to use this in a couple of different positions. So first one is a hollow position. What I'm going to show right now is a basic, very kind of beginner version of this, where you bring your knees up. Bring your shoulders up a little bit. Take a breath, squeeze your abs, and bear down hard. And notice that I'm squeezing my abs so hard in this case that I actually created a tiny bit of lift. I'm lifting my tailbone off the deck just a little bit. Right? You want to squeeze so hard and create so much pressure here that you actually pick your tailbone up a little bit. Another drill we're going to do is in a plank position. So kind of a standard plank. If you watch my low back here, you can see that I'm tilting my pelvis forward. You see that little bit of arch in the low back? This is not very helpful. And it's easy. I can hang out here a long time, but I feel a little irritating tug on my low back when I'm demoing this. What we want to do for a good plank instead is squeeze your abs. Watch my tail tuck a little bit. I'm tilting my pelvis backwards just a little bit. So I'm going to squeeze my abs and then pressurize. Take that breath, hold it, and bear down hard. When you do that, your midsection becomes so strong that you can take quite a bit of force. As we go along, we're going to learn to use this. This pressurization technique becomes a key part of stabilizing your trunk when you are lifting something up, deadlifting. We're going to incorporate this into the movement. Take a breath, squeeze your abs, bear down. Maintain that pressure as you complete your movement, and many other variations. But at the core of this is this technique of getting some air in your lungs, squeezing your muscles tight, squeezing your muscles tighter, bearing down, and we put all of that together and call it pressurize.